All right, advent of code, day 15. Here we go. Catch the airport shuttle and try to book a new flight to your vacation island. Due to the storm, all direct flights have been canceled. While you wait for the flight, you decide to check in with the elves back at the North Pole. They're playing a memory game and are ever so excited to explain the rules. In this game, the players take turns saying numbers. They begin by taking turns reading from a list of starting numbers. Then each turn consists of considering the most recently spoken number. If that was the first time the number has been spoken, the current player says 0. Otherwise, if that was the first time the number has been spoken, the current player says 0. Otherwise, the number had been spoken before. The current player announces how many turns apart the number is from when it was previously spoken. So after the starting number, each turn results in that player speaking aloud either 0 or an age. Okay, so they say the starting numbers. The fourth number spoken, 0, had been spoken before. The number to speak is the difference between the turn number when it was last spoken and the turn number it was most recently spoken. 220th last spoken equals ints.each do int n last spoken with index I, last spoken n equals I. Current turn equals ints.length. Each do last map last num equals last equals ints.last. If last spoken equals 0, I. If last spoken last num, else last spoken last num equals if last plus and last t, else last spoken 0 equals last spoken 0, 0 plus 1 t. Last num wait, wow, I'm doing this so poorly. Next num equals 0. times equals 0 times equals last 0. Equals t minus last 1. Times plus 1 t. This is last spoken. 0, 0. Oh my god, this is very messy. Okay, so we have the last number that was spoken. If last 0 equals 1, then the next number is how many turns apart it had been. And so last and then we need to actually like last spoken or equals 1t. Last num equals next num. Puts last num. Puts n. Puts last num. Sixth. Oh. There we go. 0, 3, 6, 0. Minus 1. 0, 3, 6, 0. Turn n. Oh. Wow, I'm doing this so poorly. Okay. So the last num was this. Okay, so if we see the last time that was said, so it'll be how many times it's been said and the last time it was said. So if the number of times it's been said is 1, then the next num is 0. Otherwise, the next num is t minus this last thing minus 1, maybe, plus 1. Nope. Puts last spoken, last num, last inspect. This is so bad. 6 was spoken once at 2. 0 was spoken twice at 3. Oh, shoot. I see. Last. Oh, equals t minus 1. There we go. So then 2, then it's 0, which has been said twice, previously at 0. And now it's at 3, then 3, 1, 0, 4. Okay. Wait. Turn 10. So bad. Impressed. Determine the 30th million number spoken. So I can just start. Whoa. Okay. That was weird. I didn't really get part 2. But I did so bad on part 1. Oh my god. That was a disaster. What just happened? Okay. What? Okay. Let's read through this again. Day 15, Rambunctious Recitation. You catch the airport shuttle and try to book a new flight to your vacation island. Due to the storm, all direct flights have been canceled, but a route is available to get around the storm. You take it. While you wait for your flight, you decide... You didn't try running it first? My first, I started running it. Well, I ran it, and it was printing out a lot of numbers, and I was like, okay, that doesn't seem too slow. So I just ran it to see... I set up the code to run it, and then my plan was just to leave it and then start looking at stuff and, try running it with optimizations in a second tab or second terminal or whatever. Wow, this was very convoluted. I did that. Wow. I did so poorly. Yeah. I'm going to rewrite this after I read through this again. In this game, the players take turns saying numbers. They begin by taking turns reading from a list of starting numbers, your puzzle input. Then, each turn, I feel like if he had just said each turn afterward, this would have helped my comprehension a little bit at the beginning. Each turn afterward consists of considering the most recently spoken number. If that was the first time the number has been spoken, the current player says 0. Otherwise, the number had been spoken before. The current player announces how many turns apart the number is from when it was previously spoken. I keep track of this map of, for each number, how many times it's been spoken, which isn't needed, and what turn it was last spoken. And so initially everything was last spoken on has been spoken one time and spoken at that last point. And then we get the last number and say that's the last num. And then for part 1, we just iterate through 2019. So we get the last number. So last num is the last thing that was spoken, which is very confusing. All my variable names stink. Last num is the thing that was last spoken. We fetch it from our map. If it was if the count was 1, then our next num is going to be 0. Otherwise, our next num is going to be our current round minus the last time it was spoken, the previous time it was spoken, minus 1 to fix the count, whatever. But then because the number was spoken twice, we need to then update the last time it was spoken to the previous round. And this is where my code could be so much cleaner. And then for our next num, we initialize it in our map thing and then increment how many times it was seen. Wow, this was so bad. All right, I'm gonna rewrite this. Get wait. If t equals 2019, part 1, part 2. And then we just wait a bit. So if we go back here, yeah, it's say 036, and then the last number spoken was 6. And so that was the first time it's been spoken. See print out. So then the next number is 0. 0 had been spoken, but it was spoken 3 turns ago. So then you print out, and then you say 3. 3 has also been spoken. And so the two questions are, what's the 220th number spoken? And then what's the 30 millionth number spoken? Because these elves are super bored. I'm going to rewrite this. Cleaner solution. Spoken at last spoken equals nil. Zero, 30, count equals dot times do n iteration if I is less than inst dot count, next num equals inst I, else we consider if no spoken at last spoken, next num equals 0, else next num equals I minus spoken at last spoken. Spoken at last spoken equals I minus 1. And then last spoken equals next num. I guess this isn't much neater. What's up, Mr. Person? Each. Where do I use T? Oh. That's not good. Man, this is just so confusing. Yeah. Super obvious pattern. Oh my god. Count. Man, I can't even do this right again. Spoken at turn. Puts Yeah, this was a weird problem. Oh, okay. I minus 1. This is why. Yeah. Nope. What? Man, I'm trying to like rewrite it, and I still can't rewrite it. Bizarre. Oh, that's why. Okay, never mind. Because I was using the wrong input. Yeah, I finished. There we go. Okay, I tried to like rewrite it and make it cleaner, but it's no cleaner. Okay, it's a little cleaner. Okay, that's not good though. Oh, I need minus 1. Oh man, this one was so hard. I spent so long on this one. Is this the one where you have to like basically realize that like the whole half of the matrix just cancels, or that it just ends up being all zeros with like one line of ones or something? This one was really hard. I was like, man, is he asking us to like learn how to do like derive fast Fourier transform? Okay. This is cleaner. All right, I guess this is slightly cleaner, but whatever. December 15th, 2020 solution. Oh no, I don't like periods at the end. I think. Yeah. All right, advent code 2020 day 15.